We are given two complex numbers in polar form, g and w. We need to find in part A g w means g times w. So we need to multiply these two complex numbers. So that will be then, when we multiply the outside numbers. 2 times 2 4, and inside when we multiply we need to add the arguments, so these angles will be added. So that's cosine pi over 8 plus pi over 10 plus I sine, same thing, pi over 8 plus pi over 10. Now we need to add these two arguments or angles, then we are done. So let's do over here, pi over 8 plus pi over 10. The common denominator would be 20, 30, 40. So multiply 5 over 5, 4 over 4. So 40 is the common denominator. 5 pi plus 4 pi, so 9 pi. So this will be then 4 cosine 9 pi over 40 plus I sine same angle 9 pi over 40, and we may leave here. Okay, leave your answers in polar form. This is in the polar form, r cosine theta plus I sine theta. Next we find g over w. So we need to divide this complex number g by w. So that will be then, this is on the top, this is on the bottom. By the rule we learned in class, we divide this outside number by 2. So 2 divided by 2, that's outside, which is 1 in fact, and we get cosine the angle, this angle, minus pi over 10. So pretty much the same thing, but this plus will be negative. So cosine pi over 8 minus pi over 10 plus I sine pi over 8 minus pi over 10, and 2 over 2 is just 1, or don't have to write anything. Cosine pi over 8 minus pi over 10, so basically same thing, but this is negative. So 5 pi minus 4 pi, just 1 pi, or just pi over 40 plus I sine, same thing, pi over 40. Final.